Trying to find some peace and quiet, privacy? It's time you build yourself a privacy fence. And today we're going to talk about planting arborvitae. My name's Cody. I'm with Nursery Incorporated. I've been working here for 8 years. Today I want to share with you how we plant our arborvitae. A little bit about arborvitae. They're very hardy plants. They're very, very popular in landscaping. They're used commonly in fences. Generally low maintenance, but sometimes there is some pruning you have to do. Let me show you these plants behind me. So we have 7-gallon arborvitae and a 5-gallon arborvitae. So the two varieties we brought out is an emerald green arborvitae, which is a very, very popular variety. It only grows to 15 feet, which is very popular reason for buying. And over here I have a green giant arborvitae. This green giant arborvitae can grow up to 50 feet. So keep that in mind. When you are planting your arborvitae, let's talk about how we go about that. So, first of all, you want to dig a hole 2 to 3 times the size of your root ball. You can buy your arborvitae in a pot, or you can buy it in a burlap bag. I like it in the pot because it's better to go. It's got a stronger root system generally. But if you buy them in a burlap bag, that's fine. Cut the burlap bag off, soak those roots before you put them in the ground. Gives them a good, strong foundation to get started with. Once you get them in the ground, I suggest you water your plants, whether it's in a pot or a burlap bag, every 7 to 10 days. You can overwater them, so don't be soaking them every day. You'll kill the plant. When you go to plant a potted arborvitae, sometimes you will find a little bit of a root balling like this. You can see the roots have grown out and hit the pot, and they've started to grow back in, and it's not that big of an issue. What you want to do is you want to get one of your tools. You want to break those roots up, okay? Don't cut them all off, but you want to break that root-bound ball up because you want those roots to spread out and soak up the nutrients in the ground. Speaking of nutrients, let's talk about fertilizer. I suggest that you get a well-balanced fertilizer. When I say well-balanced, that might be a 13-13-13. But you also want it to be a slow-release fertilizer. And the best time to fertilize is in the spring. The reason in the spring, you want to get that nutrients in the ground. That new growth will take it up, and it'll help that plant flourish. These trees, these arborvitae, will grow up to 18 inches a year if you're taking well care of. The benefit of buying your 7 gallons is you're going to be able to get your privacy hedge in and grown out. The size, get you your privacy right away. But you can also buy in smaller sizes, 5s, 3s, but you got to be conscious of you're not going to have that privacy fence until years later, and you have to maintain and take care of it. When you prune your arborvitae, you can prune the new growth. I can show this to you on camera, but you can prune back your new growth, but you don't want to cut too close to your trunks. I don't know if you can see. You cut back to the trunk, that limb will not grow back, and you'll have a nice big brown dead spot that never goes back. But you do have to prune when you're doing privacy fences. Generally in warmer climates, the arborvitae will tend to grow outward like a bush and upward. If you're in a cooler climate, you might get more upward and it'll be less maintenance, but you can grow them almost anywhere. So, pro tip, arborvitae you can plant in spring or fall. So it makes a great plant to think about year-round. Around here, we like to say fall is for planting. So take advantage of that wide season of planting and think about your arborvitae. I suggest, depending on what you're doing, if you want to do a privacy fence, you should plant your trees 3 feet on center. If you want them to just grow as much as they can, you give them full sun, and you can plant them 10 to 15 feet apart. You just want to enjoy the beauty of that. So after all that hard work, you can have like what I have behind me. I got myself a privacy fence of arborvitae. They're about 15 feet tall. They've been planted 3 feet on center. Just remember, 18 inches a year. So if you want to jumpstart your fence, get yourself some 7-gallon arborvitaes.